The Memorial Symposium was convened by the Addis Ababa-based UN Economic Commission for Africa, where Professor Adedeji was the executive secretary. Those in attendance included former UN staff members, former presidents of African countries, and his students, especially from the UN Institute for Namibia in Zambia.
He took himself seriously. If we don't take ourselves seriously, as governments, as presidents, as Africa, we're not going to be respected. So I always go back to Adedeji. He used to take himself seriously as a serious scholar, but not the African. These scholars, when you're in America, you must be Afro-pessimist. You are a very clever man. But Adedeji was a very tough scholar, but Africanist. Africa first. These days we are saying America first, and so Africa first, kind of a person. So coming through the hands of that man, tough in the beginning.
In March of this year, we signed the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. I felt like it was an almost honorable transition to be, and for him to be watching us and saying, finally, we are maybe back to that point where we were before 1885, and maybe Africa is coming back, and maybe we need to go backwards a little bit to fly again. But clearly, I think his dream of an Africa that trades with itself, an Africa where economic integration happens because it is important, because it is necessary, because it is needed, is finally at our doorstep. So if there was ever any legacy that ECA could have left for Professor Adebayo Adedeji, is really to keep working on the CFTA.
I noticed that he was not only a clear, analytical, thinking scholar, but this was an astute, very skillful practitioner. He knew how to navigate the labyrinth of African politics and to get things done.
The Lagos Plan of Action was an exhaustive and thorough presentation of measures which effortlessly were expected to translate into a series of resolutions and treaty agreements, creating a framework of economic cooperation and integration across the continent. This would enable Africa to announce its presence in the global stage. Various dominant ideology in the plan depended on how resourceful Africa used its two key assets, namely its people and its natural resources.